Alright guys, welcome to the final part to What If Goku and Kakarot Were Different People. I really enjoyed this series, I hope you really enjoyed it too. With all that being said, let's get straight to it. As Cell managed to talk to Zeno, Zeno was really impressed by Cell. Not only by his power, but by how playful he was. Cell wasn't an idiot, and he knew if he pissed Zeno off, he would die, so he tried to be as playful and friendly as possible. As then Cell had an idea, as he suggested a tournament between all the other universes. The Omni King was excited. He really wanted to see this tournament. He really wanted to have fun. And a tournament between every single universe, now that would be fun. More fun than anything he's ever seen before. So, he decided to agree and open this grand tournament. As that was going on, we cut to Beerus and Champa. Beerus and Champa would be arguing like normal when suddenly the Grand Priest would show up. You both are together. He'll make telling you easier. Managed to convince Zeno. So, since he convinced my lord, we're going to have a massive tournament. The Tournament of Power. A tournament between every single universe. Beerus would say, what does the winner get? Champa would say, yeah. The Grand Priest would sigh and say, well, I was going to tell you all at the beginning of the tournament, but since you are friends with Cell, I guess I'll let it slide. Or at least Champa is. You guys, I don't really know your relationship with Cell. He would then say, they get to go on. Beerus would say, go on stage? No. They get to continue living. All the universes that fail will be wiped out. This shocked Beerus and Champa completely. As then, the Grand Priest left. Champa and Beerus looked at each other, and they knew that one of them was going to be erased. And both of them wanted to say something to the other brother. Both of them wanted to say they loved them. And something more than that. But they just couldn't muster up the spirit to do that. They both just looked at each other until Champa would just go away. Beerus would sigh. I wish he said something, Beerus would say. Whis would look at Beerus and just say, come on, my lord. We need to get some fighters. Beerus would nod, as he would go to Earth to assemble some fighters. Goku, Kakarot, Piccolo, Gohan were obvious picks, but who would go after that? Goku had an idea. He would get the Dragon Balls and wish for the best fighters possible to join the tournament, and all their locations. Beerus would agree to this. As he got to the Dragon Balls and summoned it, he would wish for all the best fighters and where they are located. The dragon would begin to tell Goku where they all were. He told him about 3 different fighters, Granola, Moro, and Broly. Goku went with Whis to get them, and they had an entire day to collect them, so they had to travel quickly. As he was going out traveling, we cut to Champa. As Champa was gathering his team, he would look at Cell and say, why would you do this? Why would you suggest such a thing? Now, Cell would just laugh and say, oh, because I like to fight. Don't be too upset, Champa. This will be fun. Champa said, whatever. You're a sick freak. Once this tournament's over, I want nothing to do with you. I should have never trained you, and I should have never taught you how to use Ultra Ego even better. And now, I'm going to regret everything. We better... Cell would say, relax. We'll win, Champa. Besides, the tournament's just a show in the end. Champa would say, what do you mean by that? Just watch and you'll find out. Champa was a little scared. He said, it better not be cheating. Because if we get caught cheating, our entire universe will be, relax. It's not cheating. And you're lucky I trained with the others, since I planned this for a while. Cell would say as he flew off. Champa would gather up his team, which would be the same like in canon, but instead of having Botamu, he would have Cell. And eventually they would all show up to the grand tournament. As a grand martial arts tournament, the Tournament of Power, a tournament that will decide the fate of the universes, a tournament where the losing universe will be wiped out, was finally about to begin. As it begun, other universes all started fighting each other, and as they did, Cell looked at Jiren. Jiren looked interested. After all, Jiren was just meditating. He wasn't doing anything besides that. Cell wanted to get him down. He wanted to push him off the edge, right here, right now, to prove that he's worth it, to prove that he's the best. Meanwhile, Moro was staying behind and waiting for a good fight to happen so he can absorb all of their energy. Suddenly, Cell would start to walk up to Jiren. Toppo would jump in front of the way and say, "Oh, you think you can defeat me? I fight for justice." Cell would look at him and say, "Justice, huh? Is that like a hobby of yours?" Toppo would get mad and say, "It's not some hobby. I am a warrior of justice. I am a warrior that protects the universe. I am." Cell would just flick him with his finger. As he sent Toppo flying, Cell would start to walk towards Jiren. As Jiren got up from his meditation, Toppo and Dispo were about to stop him, but Jiren would look at both of them and say, "Don't. This will be for me." Jiren would get up. Cell would say, "I could sense you're holding back, but I hate to tell you this, you're not nearly the strongest in the tournament. You'll lose, Jiren. You'll lose everything. Since you're a loner type, I'm assuming you lost something before. Maybe friends, maybe a family, maybe your planet." Jiren would say, "Shut up. Enough trying to analyze me. Enough trying to talk me out. All you did was manage to piss me off." Cell and Jiren would both begin the battle. As suddenly, Belmar would start to stand up. As he would start to laugh. "You think you can defeat Jiren? Oh, please. Like anyone could ever defeat him. Jiren is a much stronger opponent than you. He is also the strongest in my universe." Cell would say, "Is that so? That makes you pathetic." Jiren would say, "I've been holding back this whole time. If you want me to go all out, all you had to do was ask." As suddenly, Jiren's aura would turn red. As Cell would fall back and pretend to be scared. As he would shake and beg for forgiveness, Jiren would say no. But then, Cell would turn Ultra Ego and punch Jiren. He would also put his thumb straight in his eye. As Jiren fell down, his eye almost popped out, as he was blinded in one eye. That shouldn't be enough to kill you, so I shouldn't get disqualified. Everyone was shocked at Cell's power. Well, all the other universes weren't Universe 6 or 7. As then Jiren would say, "Shut up." Jiren would go into 100% of his power as he fought Cell, and Cell would have an amazing time battling Jiren. However, he felt something. His power, it was draining. Suddenly, Moro was stealing his energy as he began to laugh. This was the battle of the lifetime, and this energy would be enough to make him young again. Cell would turn back and start to walk towards Moro, but then Jiren would get in the way and say, "What do you think you're doing?" Cell would say, "Going towards a real opponent." As he kicked Jiren so hard he almost fell off the edge, but then he got up and charged right at him. He grabbed onto him and said, "What are you doing?" "I want him to feed on our energy. Take it all until we're nothing but a husk." "Why? Are you insane?" "No, because no one should be stronger than me. And I hate you. I hate the fact that you blinded one of my eyes. I hate the fact that I've traded alone for so long just to have you come in and be stronger than me. So I'm gonna grab you and jump off this edge and make us both come out." As Jiren grabbed Cell and started to drag him off the edge, Moro kept stealing more and more energy from them both. Suddenly, a Namekian would stretch out his arm and try to stop Moro, but then Granola would snipe the Namekian, sending him off the edge. And this was bad. It seemed like he was going to get knocked off. As Jiren jumped, Cell would knock Jiren off of him and grab back onto the edge. As suddenly, Moro would feel a tiny kick to his leg. As he looked down, it was a Cell Jr. As it began to laugh, it grabbed onto Moro and began to jump off the edge, knocking him out. As Cell laughed, "Thought you can beat me with a cheap trick like that?" Suddenly, the rest of the Pride Troopers would come in. As Dispo ran in, so did Toppo, but then Frost would walk in. "Let me show off my new moves." As Frost would turn gold, everyone was shocked, including Universe 7. So would say, Well. It seems like your training really paid off, Frost. Let's get to work." As the battle continued, Frost would wipe out Dispo, and Toppo would be destroyed by Cell. And we're going to do a time jump because the Tournament of Power can be its own series. And it's 2 a.m. when I'm recording this, and I just want to be able to upload this when I wake up so I can enjoy my vacation. So I'm sorry, but we're going to jump forward in time. As the tournament continued, universe after universe was wiped out until it was only 6 and 7. Cell, Frost, Kaba, Kale, and Kali. Universe 7, we had Goku, Kakarot, Gohan, and Vegeta. As the match started to begin. As the match begun, Kale and cauliflower would fuse and become Kefla as they would battle Gohan. Gohan in his beast form would easily be able to handle her at first, but then she started to tap into God Ki. And combined with that fusion, it was just too much. Gohan knew what he had to do. He had to get angry. He had to force all of his potential, all of his anger, all of his strength into one blow as he grabbed her and jumped off the edge, launching them off. Meanwhile, Goku and Kakarot were battling Cell, pushing him further and further and further and further and further back. As then, Cell would tap into his Ultra Ego and start to defeat them, but then Kakarot would smile. As he blinked, he would tap into his own Ultra Ego, as Goku would tap into his Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego would combine against Cell, and Cell was extremely powerful. As they continued to push him in, Cell didn't know what to do. As then we cut to Cabba versus Vegeta. Cabba would use God Ki, but that was no match for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, as he easily knocked him off the edge. But then suddenly, Vegeta looked and they were surrounded by Cell Juniors as they started to close in more and more and more. A Cell Junior grabbed Kakarot as he pushed it away, but then Cell punched him. Cell has been spitting out Cell Juniors for quite a while now, having them wait in the shadows, but now he can surround his enemy. Now they can distract, maybe even grab and jump off. Vegeta knew he had to take care of all of them, so he charged a massive big bang, knocking off all the Cell Juniors before he fell off the edge. Now it's just Goku and Kakarot versus Cell. As the battle continued, Cell actually started to lose. Even though he had Ultra Ego, even though he had time, he couldn't fight against Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego at the same time. No matter what he did, it seemed like losing was inevitable. Until Cell started to get angry and started to tap into a further power, into his Frieza DNA. As suddenly, Cell's skin would turn completely dark as he turned into Cell Black. As Cell Black looked at them, he began to beat up Goku and Kakarot. As he threw Goku off the edge, he grabbed Kakarot by the neck, but then Cell's form managed to destroy him as he fell to the floor and coughed up blood. Cell's body wasn't used to that form. It was too much, the power, he just couldn't handle it. Kakarot would stand up, wobbling, barely able to do anything, but he shot him off with one last Takai, winning, as his wish would be to bring back all the other universes. As Kakarot passed the test, from an evil Saiyan warrior to a man of honor and justice, Kakarot saved the multiverse. And that is going to leave things off. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video with all your friends. And the movie should be out tomorrow. Then I'll do a couple one-shot what-ifs, maybe some has-beens, since, you know, I am a has-been nerd. And I would do straight-up has-been scenarios if there wasn't only one season, because there's not enough to make a full-fledged series about. But yeah, love you all. Peace out.